That ice arrow came in clutch, dude. I gave him the scar. Just freeze him, uppercut. We killed a man. We definitely killed a man. Time to play some ranked matches and slap some noobs. No, you don't. Oh, no, you fucking don't. Left. The fight is on. And what is up, everybody? Welcome to another fighting game playthrough hosted by yours truly, mrespnozax. And it has been a while since I've pretty much, done anything with this series and everything like that. I don't remember the last time I've, done this and everything. It's been a while and stuff. Reason being, I just kind of like wanted to kind of do something different with this series and everything like that and stuff, I ended up deciding, you know what, I'm no longer going to split these into two parts. I'm honestly just going to pretty much just, go all in, just bam, there we go. There's that video and everything like that. But anyway, welcome everyone to the Dead or Alive blind playthrough for the PlayStation 1. Yes, I am not familiar with Dead or Alive whatsoever and stuff. Yeah, like I know the characters, I know a bit of the story and everything like that and stuff. It's one of those series that I'm just like, I'm kind of like, casual, as many people would say and everything like that and stuff and everything. But I am familiar with the creator of Dead or Alive, Tomonobu Itagaki, who tragically passed away last month and everything like that and stuff. Even though I'm not familiar with Dead or Alive, he was responsible for reviving a little series, another Tecmo property I like to call Ninja Gaiden. Yes, the protagonist for that game, Ryu Hayabusa, has become pretty much a regular in Dead or Alive and everything like that and stuff. And I love the hell out of the 3D Ninja Gaiden games and everything like that. Haven't played 4 yet, which I will get to eventually and everything like that and stuff. Yeah, dude, freaking I love those games. Part 2 being my favorite and everything like that and stuff. Probably 4 will change that. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, speak of the devil, here he is now, Ryu Hayabusa and everything like that. For this one, we'll be playing as Kasumi though, and everything, because even though I haven't played the first Dead or Alive. I haven't played the second one. Haven't played the third one. I remember playing a bit of the demo of Dead or Alive 4, and everything like that, and stuff. And I do own Dead or Alive 5, digitally. I remember playing the story mode, and I really thought that was a really good story mode, honestly. Freaking balls to the wall funny, and, just like really crazy and everything like that, I will say. Never played Dead or Alive 6. Heard mixed opinions about that one. Yeah, Dead or Alive is, I'm more casual about it. I am familiar with the characters. I am familiar with the kind of like with the lore. Part 5 kind of, the story mode for Part 5 kind of touched up on that and everything like that and stuff. So, don't come to this video expecting me to kind of talk about the lore about Dead or Alive and everything and stuff. So yeah, but I definitely wanted to do this for, in honor of Tomonobu, and everything like that, because, he was responsible for reviving, one of the greatest, games of all time, and that is Ninja Gaiden and everything like that. I really love, even though the games were hard, I really love the original Ninja Gaiden games and everything like that and stuff. But man, yeah, those games were hard, and he was responsible pretty much like, Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario, freaking Castlevania is freaking getting 3D renditions. 3D games and everything like that. Why not Ninja Gaiden? And thus we got it. We got the first Ninja Gaiden and everything. Really good. I really did enjoy that game. Part 2, loved the hell out of it. I remember, my cousin Junior, God rest his soul, pretty much, he, that was my first introduction to pretty much, Ninja, the 3D Ninja Gaidens and everything was Part 2 and everything like that and stuff. And I remember when my cousin Junior, came over my house, and he brought all his games, and I was like, damn, dude, this game's so good and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, dude, like those games were great. Honestly, those really games were really good. Three, yeah, everyone had a mixed opinion about it, but I'm just like, you know what, this game's actually pretty good, and everything. Yeah, it's not better than the second one, but I was like, hey, it's still good and everything. But yeah, I haven't played Ninja Gaiden 4. I know that recently came out, so I definitely need to play that game, and stuff. If, I don't have such a backlog that I need to get through and stuff. I don't want to start a new game and just pretty much like, yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, I do remember using Kasumi, a lot in, the demo for 4 and 5. The demo for 5, the full game for 5 and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, but anyone who's known about Dead or Alive, know what's it about, and obviously we could tell, by, of course, we could tell, right? I gotta say it, or do I just kind of like ignore it in general and everything like that? Maybe another. Oh, buddy, yeah, yeah. You saw the ricochet. Yeah, that. it's known for its fan service. I will say it's known for its fan service and everything. It has some spin-offs, kind of highlighting that and everything like that and stuff. But I'm just like, I'm here for the fighting games. It's like that fan service. That's all good and all, but I'm like, yeah, nah. I'm here for the fighting. I am. I'm honestly here for the fighting and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, but anyway, here facing off against Genfu, and right off the bat, you could honestly tell, like, this definitely had some, inspiration for, obviously Virtual Fighter is the one that started, the 3D fighting game subgenre and everything. Tekken ended up revolutionizing it and everything. And pretty much, Dead or Alive is definitely one of those games that pretty much, it's like, hey, Tekken could do it, we can do it too, and everything like that and stuff. And, this definitely does familiar with Tekken 2 and everything like that. And pretty much, you got the 3D, you got the stages pretty much. And I fucking lost again, food. Jesus Christ. Damn, dude. Wait, what are you doing? Oh my God. He's sitting in my face. Ah, that's what you get for sitting in my face. Yeah. Dude has the audacity to sit on our face. Nah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening and everything. and stuff. But yeah, so back to what I was saying earlier in the video. Yeah, I just definitely wanted to, you know, try something new with this series. Because, God, I just looked it up. 5 months it hasn't been. I think the last one was Masters of Terrace Kasai and everything. That was literally the last fighting game playthrough that I've done. I was like looking at it, I'm just like, I definitely want to do something different with this series. I just don't know what. And I was like, you know what? We're just going to do, so from now on, you know, this series, it's all going to be one-off. Like, you know, any fighting games, it's all just going to be one thing and everything. Only one part. No more splitting it into 2 parts and everything like that and stuff. I definitely want to introduce something else to it and everything like that and stuff. But we will see and everything. And will I go straight to Dead or Alive 2 after this one? Probably not, you know. Obviously, I do, you know, want to keep it variety rather than just, you know, tackling just one series and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, so but it definitely will do the other games in the future and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, and stuff. I definitely want to get familiar with the game rather than just being kind of like and stuff. And Jesus Christ, dude. Damn, Tina, just through. Whoa, okay. All right, we are back, everybody. There we go. That's what you get. That's what you get. But yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I do want to do something else with the series, but we will see and everything like that and stuff. Bayman, Mr. Bayman, freaking wearing his Scuba Steve gear. What is he wearing? I don't know. But he is kicking my ass. Oh my God. I guess he's a grappler. And stuff. Okay. I'm like, Jesus. Yeah, he's definitely a grappler and everything like that. But I'm like, you can't freaking over here wearing his freaking Scuba Steve gear and everything like that. Like, okay. I don't know what that equipment's for. And oh yeah. Freaking that's funny how freaking as soon as they get knocked out of the ring, freaking they freaking it's all laced in like what, the freaking claymores or something like that, like TNT or something, or freaking C4. Like, damn, dude, like Jesus Christ. I get not trying to get out of the ring, but still, it's like, just say ring guy. You didn't freaking have to put freaking dynamite every around the freaking ring. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my God. Freaking Scuba Steve is down. Yeah. Alright, who is next up? Oh, Bass. Tina's dad, yeah. Bass is like, you know, the grappler, the Zangief pretty much of the series and everything like that and stuff. He's pretty much a professional wrestler and everything like that. Tina would end up following in his footsteps and everything like that and stuff. So yeah. Bass is, you know, obviously, as you could tell, is pretty much, you know, paying homage to the late Hulk Hogan and everything like that and stuff. And it's really funny. It's like, you know, obviously, I wanted to avoid it too, like the plague, the movie and stuff. Yeah, in the movie, he's played by Kevin Nash, which was one of Hulk Hogan's buddies and everything from NWO and everything like that and stuff. Like, it was really funny. I was all like, damn. I guess you couldn't get freaking Hulk Hogan, so you just had to get Kevin Nash, which makes sense because, you know, Bass is like, you know, a big dude and everything, so it wouldn't really be like, okay, you know, it wouldn't like, you know, like it wouldn't be, how do I say it? It like, you know, it wouldn't make sense, you know, to get Hulk Hogan. Like, I'm not saying he's like, you know, small or scrawny or anything like that. You know, the Hulk Hogan, you know, was, you know, pretty big and everything like that. But Kevin Nash, you know, he's a giant pretty much. So, and in this game, in the games, you know, he's like a big character. So yeah, so it was like, I was like, you know, I think, you know, definitely, I was like, they did the right call getting Kevin Nash and everything like that. But yeah, I couldn't really say the same about the movie because yeah, that movie really stinked, you know. And stuff. Even though I wasn't familiar with the series, yeah, that movie was Ugh. That movie was a stinker, dude. Yeah, that movie really sucked. Oh man, yeah. I was like, even though I'm not familiar with the series, yeah, I feel that movie really sucked and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, but anyway, here defeated our twin Kasumi and everything like that and stuff, which I'm pretty sure now next up should be the final. Okay, Raito. All right, cool. Yep, Raito, the final boss of the series and everything. The final boss of this game and everything, and stuff. So yeah, and right off the bat, you could obviously tell, kind of, has some, familiarities from, Heihachi, or like any Shoto character from Street Fighter and everything like that and stuff. And Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, more Heihachi, if anything. He has kind of like that same stance and pretty much that same, like kind of like the same stance pretty much as Heihachi and everything like that and stuff. So yeah. All right, come on. This freaking stage kind of crazy though. It's like, damn, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. Final set. Here we go. Ow. Damn. Did you really have to step on me? Oh no. Oh, dude. Like, oh shoot. I still took damage, but freaking like I was like kind of got up, just kind of like, it's whatever. I'm used to it by now. Anyway, freaking defeated him. Yeah, defeated Raito. Oh my god. I just love how, like, they explode and they just quick, like, as soon as it gets to the victory pose animations and stuff, like, or then the camera angle, you can still see the body fall. Oh my god. But anyway, oh, okay, no, well, hold on, let me kind of look this up real quick. Oh, okay, I'm guessing they didn't have character endings for the PlayStation 1 version. Okay, I mean, I guess. Anyway, that was Dead or Alive, everybody. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. Yeah, this game, honestly, first game, it definitely has those first game jitters and everything like that, but still pretty solid game, I will say, and everything like that and everything. So yeah, yeah, again, don't look at me, don't come to me, about, the lore or pretty much what goes down in Dead or Alive and everything like that and stuff, because I really don't know anything about it. Only know a bit of the lore here and there and everything, but other than that, great game. And stuff, honestly, yeah, freaking it again, first game jittered, but still pretty great game and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, and stuff. We'll definitely get to Dead or Alive 2 at some time in the near future and everything like that, because that's definitely one of those series that I definitely do want to kind of play a bit of it and everything like that and stuff. But I'm gonna say this right now. Don't expect me to freaking do the spin-offs. Yeah, like there's other people that do it out there, just not me and everything. But anyway, I guess that pretty much it. Alrighty then. Well, hopefully everyone enjoyed this little blind playthrough. Hopefully everyone enjoys the new format. This has been Mr. X saying good night, good morning, good day, or times are watching this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright, everyone. Laters.